Is NBA 2K27 going to be the same game is the question people are asking. And honestly speaking, man, it is actually never the same game. There's always gameplay mechanics that change that we might hate or love. There's always new features and things like that. We also doesn't necessarily mean they're great. It doesn't mean that they're always good, but they do exist. And today I want to kind of discover that and talk about it with the information that we have officially already revealed to us by the devs and what's coming. The truth is, we don't have the full picture of everything that's implemented at all. They pretty much just teased the roadmap, which means in the future, they will reveal. And by the way, if you're watching this later, after August 18th, that's when the official date for all the news to come. So anything before that, the news isn't here, and this video is relevant. If you're watching this after, I would say skip the video and go to my coverage of the official new information that came out. I want to take you through what was said and why I personally have a feeling they're doing something special for a specific reason. And I want to start off with that specifically. And the topic is the city. What they mentioned was they did not change the structure of the general map. And that might sound like, oh yeah, it is the same game. Oh gosh, here we go. They're doing it all over again. But I want to take you to the city and give you a quick rundown of what's so different. So this is 2K26, and basically what they said is the bones of the city will stay the same. What does that mean? That means this three-way area will stay the same. And personally, this is one of my recently favorites. If you've been around long enough, you've seen the giant open world map that was exaggerated, and it took you like 10 minutes to go from one side to the other. Like, dude, I'm playing basketball. I'm not playing an open world game. And it's still big, and it's still a lot of areas to go to. As you can see, I'm sitting here going from one side to the other on this little go-kart. But these are the kind of things that, to me, this is more than enough. I actually would want it even smaller. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I just wanted one block. I don't need all the extra space. I don't need any of that stuff for my personal taste. But what I can say is I do like this setup, because what happens is if I want to go to the park, I can load into it over here. And then everything is somewhat close. I don't need to walk 10 minutes to a spot. It's going to take me 30 seconds or so to get to from A to B. If I was to leave, for example, from the my court, and I'm like, hey, I want to play Proving Grounds, let me head over there and look at this. In 10 seconds, I'm here. And that's the same thing for pretty much every location. I'm able to go in a quick 30 seconds or less. So for me, that's going to be fire, because I do not need a giant open world. For anybody complaining that they want one, GTA 6 is right around the corner, man. It's made by the same publisher, right? Like, they all work together in a way. It's a different studio, but you know, they're over there trying to get their money. So go over there and buy that, all right? Don't bring that over to 2K, is in my opinion. Secondly, there is changes that are going to be happening, and they mentioned a bunch of different stuff that I want to kind of go through and give you just the rundown, more or less, of what you should be expecting as they present it as we go forward. So the first thing is that all the areas that you know and love are changing. These specific ones, and probably more, again, the big reveals, not official just yet, but basically they said all the places that they're going to mention will have new distinct location changes for looks, designs, aka the rec, Street Kings, the park, and more. The main thing you want to get from that is the and more, because to me, you know, having every mode have a different look is good enough for me. Because if I go to, let's say, Proving Grounds, and if it looks different, I go to Ante Up and it looks different, I'm like, oh, that's what's up, this is fire, and it feels fresh, it feels like a new thing. I'm cool with that because this little open world area don't really matter that much. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all, man. Like, sure, it's nice to have a different city or whatever, but why the hell are you caring about a city in a basketball game? You know what I mean? Like, when I go into Ante Up, I'm just coming in here and I want to play some games, right? I'm not worried about like, oh, they gotta look at the ceiling. Oh my god, this is great. Let me go and try to farm some things over here on the left. You know, this is ridiculous. Y'all be ridiculous. Let me go open up this chest and do this side quest. No, I'm coming in to play some games. I want to beat somebody down. Who wants to smoke? Come to see me on the court. That's how I'm feeling. You know what I'm saying? So that's where my head is. So when they say, oh, we're going to change the looks of all these instead of changing the city, I'm happy because I actually like this compared to the giant one that we got in the next gen games that came out. And the first one was just the block. It was the park. It was the small one block area. This is kind of like that, but a little different where it's wider on each corner, kind of like 3 hallways. And so for me, this is way better than the previous versions that they've had that were, let's just say, messy. And if they can condense this even more, even better for me. Personally, I'll just take away all the stores and make this very small. You think about it, half of this is filled with stores, right? I never go into those stores, literally ever. All I do is go to Triple Threat, and inside of Triple Threat, I'm able to go to all the stores. So it's like, yo, just take it out the game, man. Don't waste my time. Don't waste my energy. And that's how I feel. And maybe you don't feel that same way. And maybe like, I like all this. It's cool, man. Like, you know, for example, this Triple Threat park, I don't come here to play too much, right? I mean, I'm decent in here. I'll be having some fun once in a while, but I'm playing my career more than this. But I can go into the store and just buy everything here. I never need to worry about this big old city. It's just a waste, right? Now, the reason I'm bringing this up also, and the other thing that you want to understand that they mentioned that you might not agree with also, again, this is me nitpicking what y'all might dislike, and you might talk like, oh, it's the same game. They said, you know what we gonna do? We're gonna turn it into the night thing, baby. I made a song a long time ago called Night Thing. It was actually pretty dope. But this right here, just to give you a quick look, this is the city in the daytime, but they said they're gonna turn it into nighttime. The structures are going to change. They're going to put neon lights as well so that it can shine in the nighttime. That is a vibe. I think that's going to be so good. And personally, I think it should have a day and night cycle. Why not? But better that it's in the night and just a little bit of a vibe, you know? And it can be like a turn up. We out here on a weekend partying together. So that's what I'm feeling. That's what I'm thinking. And that's where my head's at. You dig? So let me know what y'all thinking when it comes to what I'm saying. If you agree to disagree, I'm cool with that. I ain't got no problems. Again, I'm not here to convince y'all about the game. Y'all don't need to buy it if you're one of those in the comments. But for those people who are here like, yeah, I got you. I feel where you coming from. Yeah, we don't want them to go and say, oh, we're going to not make the same map. We're going to do a giant open world with a whole bunch of junk in it. And you're going to have to take 10 minutes to get to one side to the other to play one basketball game. Nah, I do not want that personally. And so that is why I'm saying this is fine with me, even though you might disagree on that part. I will say they have to have new things. That does expose things where people feel like, oh, they're not even trying this year, right? That's the sentiment is, oh, they're just going to. No, I think if they're doing this, it means they're focused on the gameplay. They got some new mechanics and features that they want to focus on. You know, like for me, in my opinion, you know, I would take the same game for 3 years in a row if they enhance the gameplay and balance it and do things for gameplay only. And I know everybody's going to disagree with that, but that's just my opinion. I don't mind having to wait 3 years for each 2K if they gonna work on the gameplay and make it so enhanced that it's top tier. So that's where my mindset is, and that's what I'm feeling and thinking, and that's where I hope, and again, this is just the speculation part of it. Before the reveal comes out, they're gonna say, oh, we got some new features, mechanics, we got this new thing that we doing. And to me, that'll be fire. That's all we need to ask for, you feel me? But yeah, so that's where my mind is, and that's what I hope happens. Again, you don't have to agree, you can disagree. I'm cool with that too. Let me know what you're thinking about this change or the same. Personally, I'm down. As long as they do the right thing by us and give us some fire. And it looks like the story is going to be fire. It's in New York, because you're going to play in Rutgers Park in New York, and the Street Kings is going to have Rutgers as well. So it's going to be tied together. Maybe, I don't know how that's going to work, but I'm excited because I'm a New Yorker. So as you could tell, Knicks fan, but we will see. And you are key to that. All right. Anyways, that's the deal. I'm out of here, man. I'm gonna direct you guys to some dope videos that I dropped. One about dunking. Y'all definitely want to check that one out. It's a little controversial. And then I have more on the channel for y'all popping up on the screen.